Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Space Haven, featuring the adventures of Emerson, Jimmy, Madeline, and Tala aboard the HSS Horus. Madeline is currently in the sick bay, having encountered some aliens last episode, which gave her a nasty bite, although she is recovering from her open wound and her bug bite is completely healed. The crew is trying to catch up with the research now that we're running Alpha 10. And we're in a sector with one derelict, the PCS Evolution, and two incoming civilian ships. Well, one incoming civilian ship, one incoming Slavers Guild ship, and one outgoing Cult of New Haven ship. Or already present, not necessarily outgoing. Today, we're going to have to draft someone other than Madeline, which probably means Jimmy, to go and finish the exploration of this derelict. If there's anything of value on that derelict, we'll try to grab it and then hightail it out of this sector and head toward a new one. We're not low on any resources other than food currently. We're doing pretty well overall. We are going through water and fertilizer fairly rapidly, but now that we know that we can make fertilizer in the chemical refiner, we're not we aren't having such a dire shortage as we were before. Again, the main thing we're short on is personnel, with only 4 people throughout this whole adventure. We have never found another person on any other ship who might be willing to join us. Let's speed through the morning routine here. Once Jimmy's up out of bed, we're going to requisition his skills with his submachine gun and send him over to the derelict. While they're up, we have a military alliance ship coming in now. Let's see if the civilians or slavers want to trade anything with us. They are not offering anything spectacular except for maybe cheap water. And what is this? Explosive ammunition. Interesting. That's for the missile launcher. So we'll have to learn how to make that if we need a missile launcher, it looks like. So yeah, they don't really have anything that we can afford. We have one. They do want fabric. Do we have any fabric? No. We don't. We have soft blocks, which we could part with, but their price on that is so low, it's not worth it. Yeah, not really a whole lot that we want to offer. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab Jimmy before he gets... Oh, look at that. We figured out basic how to make a recycler. Great. New research. Immediately we are going to head over to advanced research, please. We'll see how that works. So we need to do both basic and intermediate. So I have no idea how that works. No active research. Okay, so we have it turned on, I think. Yes. We'll take a look in a moment after we send Jimmy exploring the derelict. Jimmy is carrying a submachine gun, I believe, although that might be an assault rifle if I remember correctly. We're going to tell him to fly over to the derelict. Dock at the airlock. While he's on his way, let's take a look at what Emerson's doing on research. Emerson, what are you doing on research? And why aren't you doing anything on research? All right, you're bringing food to the kitchen. I guess we'll check with you later. Let's watch Jimmy fly over here. Looks like the other ships in the sector are flying their shuttles around. I wonder if that means they're exploring this derelict too. I'm not sure. Maybe they were trying to get to this airlock and we were blocking them. Who knows? Jimmy's gonna hop out. Once it gets there, we will leave this shuttle attached since I thought we would. It looks like even though we had the shuttle drafted, it's not gonna stay attached. We're gonna undraft. Jimmy's gonna run over to... What are you gonna do, Jimmy? You're gonna run over to here. They are bringing someone on board. Interesting. Hey, buddies, this is our derelict. Askov is coming over to investigate it. That's neat. That's never happened before. Not sure if that's a new for this version or if that was always possible before. We'll have to keep an eye out on that guy. Maybe he'll get shot. Wonder if we can talk him into joining us, maybe. Let's see. Can we... Yes, we can talk to him. Hey, buddy. Hold up. Jimmy, go talk that guy into joining us. Maybe at gunpoint. Let's see what he says. He's gonna pick something up. Hey, buddy. You are a member of the Slavers Guild. How about... So we're talking to the Slavers Guild, not to that individual. Bummer. Okay. Well, you're trying to make off with the stuff that we were trying to secure on the ship now that we've managed to kill most of the bugs on here. So I don't really like what you're doing there, buddy. Especially the fact that you're working with the slavers. Come on, Jimmy. You need to explore. Liberty and Selena are also on board the ship, and they are rapidly making off with all of our hard-won loot. Not sure how I feel about that. Still haven't fully explored the ship, so... Once we've explored the ship, let's see what happens. They seem to feel like it's okay for them to just come in here. I wonder what would have happened if there were bugs still alive on here. Would they have all started shooting? How come I can't get through this door? I just lost selection again. Last spot. Eldrion out there floating around. Okay. Jimmy, you are no longer drafted. Let's see if you can get off this ship. Is that our shuttle? Nope. One of these is ours? Nope. I wonder if we're gonna have problems getting Jimmy back. Let's draft our shuttle and let's tell the dock here and see if they get out of the way. So I suppose we could always have Jimmy float across to our airlock. It's not really that far. He's a little bit low on air. See if he does seem like he might be smart enough to head back on his own. Yes. Getting an O2 alarm, but I think he'll be alright. Meanwhile, the ex-wife is coming back to try to pick him up. But there's nowhere to dock. How about if we just have it float there? Can we have him fly out and get on board? Hey, get back here. What do you think you're doing? Excuse me, I accidentally undrafted it. Fly over here. Okay, you hold there. Jimmy? Nope, get back here. Jimmy. Jimmy is not drafted, I see. Okay. Jimmy. How about you get back over here? It looks like, I believe there was a way to park. Yeah, so we can park the shuttle here. I don't think that's putting it somewhere he can get on board, though. Looks like that it really needs to be on an airlock here. Let's put it here just for fun. Nope, it doesn't want to go there. Oh, select a tile position. I see. Okay, so we can select a tile for it to go to and say dock there. And I think that means Jimmy can get on board it if it's there. Let's see. Jimmy, does that let you get on board? It does. Okay. Alright, we got one new ship, the Military Alliance ship. Alright, you're both undrafted now. Let's take a look at if this Military Alliance ship Atlantic Conveyor has anything or wants anything. They will pay handsomely for plastics. That might be worth it. Yeah, let's see if we can trade them plastics for food. So we don't really need plastics for a whole lot right now. Plastics for food? Anyone? 1,071. Monster meat. Very cheap. You know, you guys are just driving such hard bargains. I'm not going to do it. Let's let Jimmy get back home. Jimmy can man the industry when he's back. Let's take a look at how we're doing on research. Okay, so it just looks like he generates green and yellow pops now. And he hasn't really managed to do a whole lot of either. Tell you what, as soon as Jimmy's back, we're going to hop into a new sector. Because even though we've explored the ship, it looks like all we're going to get out of that is the junk, the leftover junk that they don't want. So let's hop out of here. Make sure that our ship docks before we jump. Make sure somebody actually does plot coordinates for us. Emerson looks like he might want to do that. Why is Madeline doing research? I guess she has skill. But I thought the way I had priority set, Emerson was going to be doing it. Oh well. So he should pick up navigation eventually. Or maybe Tala will. And here we go. Where to? The pirate has not moved there. There's plenty of resources here to mine. So let's head over and let's mine some metals. Plenty of base metals. So let's finish some mining and then we'll come back and see if that pirate won't leave. Also want to check down here. So the real question is, do we want to bother going on this side quest? Or are we just going to beeline for the center of the galaxy? Let's grab these metals and make that decision later. I have a feeling we're going to at least go on this last side quest in order to see if we can finish any interesting research. So we want the base metals more than the others. Let's make that the priority. I believe Madeline still has high mining priority. Yep. So she should head off and do that. Although she won't have a lot of time to do it today. Emerson is back, heading back to research. Jimmy's pumping out the energy sticks. I think that's what he's doing at least. Yep. Energy rods, because we have a standing order for infinite energy rods. We want to convert all of that energium to energy rods. There's really no reason to keep it in its raw form. The one kind of resource that we're not making any of right now are optoelectronics. So So we probably want to turn that back on eventually. Optoelectronics are used in tech blocks. Which we're going to need eventually, although it's pretty long ways off, so I don't think we're even going to turn that optoelectronics back on yet. Our crisis right now really is food. We're down to very little food. We did manage to pump out some vegetables. Looks like we're maintaining fertilizer fairly well. How's our steel plate production? Steel plates, we do have a standing order. We should probably turn on a standing order for electronics components too. I'm not sure why that's off. We're not going to make any, since we aren't going to use any. We will use some if we make energy cells. Energy cells in this facility here, the self-user, this will take electronics components. We have a standing order of 8, and we've arrived at there, so we're not going to use any energy cells unless we go into combat or go through a nebula and have to recharge our shields. What is our standing order for everything else? We have chemicals, which we can't make IV fluid right now because we are short on fruit. Our IV stock is supposed to be at 5. We're down to 4. So this is complaining we have no fruit. We can now make explosive ammunition here, which is steel plus raw chemicals. We won't need that for eons until we can make a missile launcher. So the fruit harvest is this grow bed here. No, that's vegetable. This one. Fruit harvest is coming. We'll be able to make those that last IV fluid relatively soon. Looks like we immediately pumped out the 3 plastics. So no, we never actually traded that. I take it back. We have 3 plastics, 5 medical supplies. Great. So this is all sitting pretty, just waiting to do IV fluids. I thought we had a permanent chemical order. I guess we turned that off. Plenty of chemicals. If we'll monitor the chemicals, and if that ever drops down, say below 10, maybe we'll do that. So maybe let's put in a conditional on that and keep chemicals at 10. What? Incoming micrometeoroids. Great. Okay, so we're jumping out of here. Interesting. So micrometeoroids are now a event that only happens some of the time? Well, keep an eye out on Madeline. The other thing I noticed was this ship here. This derelict sign is yellow. Is that normal? I don't remember ever seeing that as yellow before. We might want to jump out of here just so that we don't get too damaged by micrometeorites. Let's finish the base metal mining. Gonna let that run a little faster and monitor the shields. It looks like Tala's gonna go and pump the shields up. So we're not gonna take any damage. Chances are Madeline's gonna get hit by a meteor, as that seems to happen every time we're out here. She is coming back without having finished the base metal mining. There's one left, so we're going to leave that one behind, probably. Unless she's heading right out again. No, she's not. She's done for the day. We'll turn that off. We don't care. If these micrometeoroids persist, we're probably going to jump out of here. In fact, let's jump out of here right away. Because I don't see us sleeping over the night in a meteor shower. Somebody on the nav console. Emerson. In fact, Emerson, why don't you go do that since you're close? Oh, Jimmy's coming. Never mind. Everyone else is going on break. We will jump and they will arrive at the new sector while sleeping, as long as Jimmy finishes entering the jump coordinates before he decides it's time to go to bed. Damn you, Jimmy. I said jump. Alright. You know what? That was frustrating. So we are going to force you to do it. Actually, it looks like Emerson's going to do it. I might even assign it to you right now, buddy. Go. Let's speed through that just to get it done, because that was really annoying. And back to normal. Jump. And our new destination. I wonder if that's what this meant. No longer an indicator that we have hazards. Okay, there's hazards there. Good. Okay, so we know about siren worlds and nebulas, but it looks like micrometeorites and probably solar flares you don't know immediately. That's scary. So that's potentially a lot more shield energy wasted. Okay, Emerson, you can head to sleep. This is high thermal radiation sector. We're going to mine the base metals here tomorrow. Unless we have to make an emergency exit. How did we get on our research? We managed to get not very far at all. Although it looks like almost all the way through the intermediate. It's just the basic that didn't make it very far. Okay, let's speed through one more night here. Take a look at their moods once they're asleep. Emerson's doing great. Jimmy's doing pretty well. Madeline's doing great. And Tala's doing great. Nobody's hungry. And their relationships are holding about where they've been lately. And that was the evening, so they're going to be up now. Take a look at the ship temperature, make sure we're not doing anything crazy here. The upper right wing of the ship is getting extremely uncomfortable, but the rest of it's looking pretty good. Madeline should head out for the mining task. Emerson should hop on research. We'll probably speed through the rest of this day, since that's all that is really going to be happening. Looks like most of the logistics are taken care of. There's a pile of crates here. Paula should probably take care of that if she finishes the botany. Emerson, why are you mining and not doing research? Alright. Spent half the day mining. Let's actually turn off your priority for mining, or turn it down a bit. So I don't know why you chose that over research when research was obviously a higher priority. And since Madeline's doing nothing else, send her out to mine this ice. Okay, and speed through it. Tala's being a deer and taking care of the pile of crates. This facility is at 127, so not frighteningly full. This one's at 162, so we actually have quite a bit of space between the two of those. Emerson's got the research going. Madeline has finished the mining for the most part. She's going out for the last one. We are pretty much only running short of labor for the logistics tasks. Plenty of energy rods. Those ships are still following us. And they're about to call it a day. How did we do on research? one more intermediate to go. 104 more basic to go. Wonder if there's any way to speed up research. All right, that was yet another day. That was day 90 for the crew. Uh-oh, here we go. Protein deficiency. I'm not getting enough protein from my diet. It's affecting my recovery rate. Emerson says that Emerson. Jimmy is actually fine. Madeline is overeating a bit. Tala's fine. Take a look at Emerson's status. So there's no way to see his overall diet, but there are fruits available now. That's not going to help with protein. I think this is our protein grow bed. It looks like it's almost done growing. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we should get some protein shortly. He'll be okay. What's that do to him overall? Overall, that means his health is down, his overall mood is down, and his recovery is slower. I wonder how long that lasts, or if it's just until he gets better food. That's harsh. Okay, day 91. So that looked like he did some research there. That finished the intermediate, so now he should just have basic research to do. I hope that goes faster. There's nothing else for the rest of the crew to do here, so it is time to jump. Let's do that. We're gonna have to find some hyperfuel soon, because all these jumps are slowly consuming our hyperfuel. And I still hate the fact that every time he finishes a research point, he goes to the kitchen to take a break. I'd really like to get a chair and maybe some lighting over here, so he decides to take his break right here. So maybe instead of advanced research, we should be researching like soft, I think it was called, and build him a chair. Let's finish this research, and then maybe we'll do a slight diverge into that. Oops. So Tala is waiting for us to jump. Here we go. Down here we've got some carbon. Carbon is actually fine. It's raw chemicals that I'd really rather have. Pirates are up there where those micrometeorites were hitting us. I guess we're heading this way. We're currently here. We're going to skip through this one, head down to this, and then we're going to do a full jump over to this kind of last side chain star. Unfortunately, there's a pirate there. So, what does that mean? Yeah, well, I guess we can step through there. Worst case is we just use up a little bit of energy cells. We're not going to do a full pirate fight, but we might as well try. Our first evasion failed. Hyperspace travel aborted, dropping to normal space. Okay. So, hello everybody. Going to have a pirate encounter here. Let's immediately head everybody to red alert. We're going to prepare a jump. Pirate ship says nothing. He's not shooting at us. Oh, there they go. Alright, let's take a look at this pirate ship. Typical pirate ship is now 2 shields, 2 guns, and 2 missile launchers. So this is pretty harsh. Our ship is nowhere near as capable as this. In the future, we're probably going to concentrate on just making weapons before we can make anything else, because we just do not have enough guns to maintain defenses, offenses against the pirates. Alright, why is nobody at Navi console? Madeline's heading for it. Shields are holding. So best we can hope to just hold the pirates off for a few moments while we jump. Down here we see water and noble metals. We don't need that. Noble metals, carbon. Don't need that. Noble metals, base metals, carbon, and a derelict. We might stop there, but I'd rather stop somewhere where there's Hyperium. Let's keep looking. There's a derelict here. There's Hyperium. Let's head to the Hyperium, mine that. And then we'll take a look at these derelicts that we missed. Maybe take those base metals too if we have the time. The ship is going to go back to normal. Let's set the Hyperium for high priority for mining. I did click that. And then let's think about anything else we could do. So still, we can't really do anything about research, unfortunately. Down to 97. So research and mining. Emerson on research. Tala's going to recharge the shields for us. Jimmy is going to go and do some logistics while Madeline does the mining. So let's speed through this day. It's already fairly late in the day, about noon. Monitor our resources. Our biomatter is getting relatively low. Once that gets depleted, we're just going to dump one of these composters. Plenty of metals and carbon. Logistics tasks are piling up. I have a tiny bit of energy scrap that's wasting space. Tiny bit of fruits. So these 3 grow beds just don't seem adequate to keeping our crew alive anymore. Protein deficiency, lonely, protein deficiency. So yeah, once that meat comes online, I'm hoping that we have a little protein in there. We do need both meat and roots. We're not really able to meet our prepared meal desires. Meat should be done soon. It's still hovering around the 70 to 80% mark. How's the vegetables doing? Vegetables are overtaking meat, so at least we'll get some vegetables. There we go. I think I just saw them pop in, yeah. Do vegetables give us any protein? Not really. Okay, Madeline came back from mining. She got some of it, but not all of it. The crew's on break, having friendly discussions. Jimmy is going a little hungry. Madeline's lonely, and they're all starting to look a bit protein deficient. He's hoping that we can finish growing these meats tomorrow. We're up to 80%. Not too promising. Alright, that was the second crash of the series. We're probably going to cut this episode short rather than try to figure out where we were. Let's see, so we lost about 8 minutes, it looks like. Alright, so we bounced back to right before we jumped to this new sector. So I think that's what we're doing here, is we're going to hyperjump. Prepare hyperjump. Nothing left to do here. So we're going to have to crew hyperjump to a new sector. Emerson is still doing research. That's only the second crash I've had in 35 or 36 episodes of space haven, so hopefully that's not a new trend with this version. We'll monitor that closely. Here we go, jumping. There's carbon and a derelict here, but it's in a nebula. We don't want to drop our shields for no reason. So we're gonna head on over to this new star system. There is, of course, a pirate waiting for us in this new star system. We're gonna try to evade the pirate. Evade! 84% success. Good. Alright, so we're going to head south. Pirate came with us. We're going to have to evade again. Success. Great. Pirate's going that way. We're going to hang here for a moment as the pirate leaves, so that we don't have to keep evading. Might as well grab the medals here. Let's mine these nobles. Might mine the water too if we have time, but probably won't. We probably won't stick around for that. Our main priority is just to get research done and to try to get food, because we are low on food. The team is probably all going to be protein deficient in no time. Already the men are protein deficient. The women will probably follow shortly. So until we start producing food more efficiently than we are, we're probably going to have issues. Seems like we could make more grow beds to address this. Let's see, how do we get grow beds going? Couch, microweaver, fibers, CO2, compost, botany. All right, so back here, we really want to throw this botany task on. So we have over 100 basic researches to finish to get botany done, which gives us grow beds. We only need 40, so we're going to pause that one. And then we're going to start this one. We really need those extra grow beds going. So we've definitely have no issues keeping up with the fertilizer. We've barely touched any of our raw chemicals. Excuse me. Let's speed through this rather quickly. Madeline's gonna go do as much noble metal mining as she can, but we're probably gonna leave some of it here unless she can get it all today. No point in spending an extra day here just to mine noble metal, which we have plenty of. Again, taking a look at our storage, we have about 86 there and 120 here, so we have plenty of room for storage. We don't need another storage facility. Emerson is doing his best to research, but he is not very good at it. I don't think any of our crew is. I think our research ability tops out at 2. Madeline and Emerson being equal at that. Would be nice if we had somebody who was good at research. It's probably a priority for starting any missions. Make sure you have someone who is highly skilled researcher, because research is going to be a huge bottleneck going forward in this game. Taking a look at that, he's already up to 18, so we should have grow beds pretty soon. However, it is the end of the day. The crew is done for the day, and once they hit the sack, we're going to call this the end of the episode here. So once again, thanks for joining us on the adventures aboard the HSS Horus. This is Corknut. Hope to see you again next time. Take care and bye-bye.